everyone, hope you all are doing well today. So I want to share one of my favorite recipes with you, and that is kale chips. These are so freaking good. I cannot tell you enough. And they're healthy, they're so healthy, and it's just such a great alternative than your classic chip in a bag. Even your kale chips, when you buy them, always look at the ingredients because a lot of them have cane sugar in them. And so if you're trying to avoid sugar, definitely just be aware of the ingredients when you're buying anything in a bag, really. And you know, when you are making your own food, you really know what's going in it, and it's fun for me. I love cooking. I love being in the kitchen and creating healthy food for my family. And I'm so grateful that I can share my recipes with you guys. And I hope you guys give these a try. Like I said, they're very healthy, and it really kind of, I don't know, well, I have two flavors that I'm going to share with you. One is a nacho cheese, which is so good, and the other one is ranch. Those were probably my favorite flavors when I used to eat chips, was like the nacho cheese, Doritos, and the ranch or sour cream and onion. Those were like so good. I can just sit on the couch and eat almost a whole bag. Not anymore though. I go to a healthier, and I like to feed my body healthy food, nutrient dense food. And kale is so extremely healthy for our body. They're loaded with fiber, vitamin A, vitamin K. They're just, I mean, they're alkaline. There's tons of antioxidants in there. I just can't say enough about kale. We all should be eating it, juicing it, get it in your diet. It's just such a great healthy plant. But anyways, so I'm gonna share these two recipes, and first we're going to start with the nacho recipe first. And so this is going to make my two batches. This is a lot of kale, but once you dehydrate it, it does shrink down, and you can, I mean, you'll see. A piece of kale just like flew over there. Okay, so So the first thing you want to do is destem your kale, and all you do is you just hold it at the end of the stem and you just pull it off. It just rips right off, and you just discard the stem. It's that easy. After I do that, and now I have this kale, I'm going to set this kale aside for my ranch. So I'll put that over there, and then now we are going to make our nacho cheese to coat our kale with. I'm going to grab my Vitamix blender, and I am going to add soaked sprouted sunflower seeds, and this is about a cup. And then I'm going to go ahead and add one whole red bell pepper, one garlic clove, the juice of a lemon, and now I'm going to add some nutritional yeast. And let's see, so this is 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to add 1, so 4, that's 4 tablespoons, a half a teaspoon of sea salt, and a half a teaspoon of onion powder, and also a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I'm going to add some cayenne pepper to that. This really gives it that nacho jalapeno taste. Just be careful when you add this, because a little bit goes a long way, just like your salt. So you want to make sure you don't add too much, because when it is dehydrated, those flavors do enhance. So just remember that. So I'm just going to add just a little pinch of it. That's it. I'm serious. That's all you really need. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of water, not much, because the sunflower seeds had been soaking in water. So you might just don't add until you mix a little bit. Now we're gonna go ahead and blend. Okay, so now you're gonna wanna taste it here and see if you need to add anything. Okay, that's so good. And it's just such a great consistency. And there is my nacho cheese that I'm going to cover all my kale with. So now I'm going to add my cheese to my kale. First, I'm going to get some gloves. These are great to have. Oh my gosh. So now I'm gonna add my nacho cheese to my kale. I mean, this makes a really great, just a dip. And now you're just going to massage the sauce into your kale. It's almost easier just to put a glove on one hand and just mix it. And I like to put some parchment paper on top so it just keeps everything cleaner for me, easier to clean up after. So now you're just gonna take your kale or your nacho chips and just spread it out. And now you're gonna place them in your dehydrator. This is my favorite dehydrator. It's by Samsung, and I do have an Excalibur dehydrator also, but this one is super quiet. You can't hear it. The Excalibur is so noisy, you can hear the fan. So if you are thinking about getting one, I highly recommend this one. This one's just, it's so great. So right now I'm gonna set that at 24 hours. Oops, there we go. And the temperature, I'm going to set it at 113. Okay, so now let's make the ranch kale chips. Okay, so now we are on to our ranch dressing for our kale chips. And to this one, you want to soak some cashews. And all the sunflower seeds and cashews, I soaked for about 3 hours. And so make sure you want to do that. It's easier to digest when you soak your nuts, and it holds water, so it makes your dressing just more creamy. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 cup of soaked cashews. So 1 whole red bell pepper. And I'm also going to add some hemp seeds, or my abundance. So I'm going to add, let's see, 2 tablespoons. The juice of 1 lemon. 1 clove of garlic. And I'm gonna add a date to this, just 1 for sweetness. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. So I added 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. This really adds that ranchy taste. It's really good. So this is a really important ingredient when you're making this. And some black pepper and some cayenne if you like spicy ranch. Add just a little bit of water, not too much. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more water to it. Not much, just a little. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that up more. And I'm going to do the same thing, just spread it out evenly. Now I'm going to go ahead and place my kale chips in my dehydrator, and And that's it. So that's it. That is my kale chips. And also another thing with this dehydrator, it comes with 5 more dehydrated sheets. And so I just kind of leave them over here on this side when I need them. But yeah, this dehydrator is so nice, and it's so quiet. I mean, you can barely hear it. The Excalibur, that fan was just so loud, and it was just really annoying. But yeah, so yeah, that's it, and I'll show you what they look like tomorrow. So this is the nacho cheese, and you know, the thing that I find so awesome about when you make them yourself is the freshness of the kale versus when you buy kale chips in a bag. You know, and who knows how long they've been in the bag. These are just so light and crispy. And of course, there's no sugar in these. And so it's definitely healthier and better when you make them yourself. And then we made the ranch. So I will take this out. So this one is the ranch. And I mean, they look pretty much the same, but they do not taste the same. These are really good too. These are a little bit of sweet and savory, just like a ranch dressing. And so another thing too is with kale, when it's dried, it doesn't taste like kale. It tastes like the batter you make. So remember that, because I know some people are like, ew, kale? It doesn't taste like kale at all. It doesn't to me. Okay, so you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Guys, take care. Love you. Bye.